on LinkedIn. 120 million is the cut that we have for India members. Out of that, and if I have to kind of further cut this out to India, which is 390,000, is the women that we are talking about, which are on career break as we speak, which is a huge, huge number, right? Another slice and dice of this data cut shows that a lot of these women kind of fall off the ladder very early in their career, which is essentially around the 1 to 5 years, constitute of close to about 43%, right? And the higher up, which is like a 10 plus years of experience, which is closer to about a 20%, don't really have too much of the chances of coming back because they don't even try enough, right? Yeah, I think these data points are slightly glaring to me, and while we've come a very long way in closing the gap in non-tech, I would say there's a long way to go and a lot of progress to make from a tech perspective. In fact, LinkedIn recently published their own workforce diversity report, and which is out there, and Microsoft does that as well, and we take a lot of pride that we've been able to close the gap. In fact, our own workforce from a non-tech perspective is higher in women than in men. Is a function of a lot of initiatives of keeping diversity at the head of everything that we do. And of course, while you can't have 100% diversity being achieved through any of the initiatives, but some of the things that we're trying to do through being an equitable, platform is to ensure that there is a broader pool, because like I said earlier, a lot of it falls off from the entry level, right? So how can we kind of ensure that the interview process in itself is slightly more, unbiased? For example, I as a hiring manager don't even get to know the name of the person until I meet the person over a virtual call or in person, whatever the format of that interview would be, so that the initial biases are eliminated, right? How can we also see in a lot of more initiatives around such things, and think about even from an interviewer perspective, right? Sometimes we also end up seeing that the interview panel in itself is not very, diverse, right? So, I mean, food for thought on those lines of how, we can play an equal important role in seizing this gap. From a leadership perspective, I think, there's a long way to go, and organizations are making, a lot of systematic, programs to look at career advancements for women. I've been a part, and fortunately a part of a couple of them as a head for women at LinkedIn for India, and we're looking to amplify voices, inspire women across different, function areas, right? I think work-life balance will continue to be one of the most important priority, and of course they look out for more flexibility at workplace.